Hello, friends, and welcome to Bird Launching, the space where we talk about life after the kids have flown the nest, what it means to rediscover yourself, and how to laugh, cry, and pray your way through it all. I'm Laura, and today we're diving into something that every parent eventually faces, letting go without losing yourself. It sounds beautiful, right? But you've been through it. You know it's messy, emotional, and sometimes it feels like your heart's been stretched across state lines. So grab a cup of coffee or a cup of chai or tea or whatever helps your heart settle. And let's talk honestly about this season. The grief, the pride, the freedom, and yes, the confusing identity shift that happens when the house goes quiet. Let me start here. Nobody really tells you what it's like. You think you'll be so proud. You'll celebrate their independence. You'll finally get to sleep in and not worry about curfews. But then it happens. They drive away. The door closes and the silence hits. And suddenly, pride and sadness are sitting side by side on your couch, both staring at the empty bedroom. You're proud of who they've become. They're independent, they're capable, they're kind. But you're also wondering, who the heck am I? For so long, our lives have been woven around their needs, their schedules, their dreams. And when that daily rhythm changes, it's normal to feel a little lost. I like to call this the emotional whiplash of empty nest. One minute you're rejoicing, the next you're Googling cheap weekend flights to see your kid again. And if that's you right now, friend, you are in good company. Let's talk about the grief part because that's the one most of us didn't see coming. You expect tears when they leave, you expect to miss them, but the deep ache, the sense of maybe loss of purpose can catch you off guard. There's a kind of mourning that happens not just for your child moving out, but for the version of you who was needed daily. The one who knew what was for dinner, who needed clean socks, who could tell by a single word whether something was wrong. It's okay to grieve that, and it's okay to cry in the laundry room or stand in the doorway for a moment longer than may be necessary. See, grief doesn't mean you're failing at letting go. It means you loved really well. And love, that kind that raised humans, it leaves an imprint. Now let's flip this over because the story doesn't end in grief. There's something else waiting on the other side of this season, and that's freedom. It might be feeling a little foreign at first, and you may wake up and realize your schedule is yours again, but your time, your energy, your space, it just all opens up. And that's weird. For years, you couldn't find 5 minutes to yourself, and now you have hours, and you're not quite sure what to do with them. So here's my advice. Don't rush to fill the quiet. The quiet is not empty. It's sacred, a place where God whispers things you were too busy to hear before. This is your time to rediscover what makes your heart come alive. Maybe it's traveling late. Maybe it's starting something creative. Maybe it's serving in a new way. Or just sitting in the morning sun with coffee that's still actually hot. Freedom doesn't have to be flashy. It just has to be meaningful. So who are you now? This is the question that follows. Who am I now? For years, motherhood has been the lens through which we've seen ourselves. And it's holy work, and it shapes every fiber of who we are. But it's not the whole story. This season of letting go is also an invitation to remember, to rediscover the woman you were before the carpool lines and permission slips. The woman who dreamed, who laughed, who had her own ideas, her own sense of calling. And maybe, just maybe, she's waiting for you to notice her again. Because you're not losing yourself in this season, you're meeting yourself again. The woman God created you to be, the one who still has purpose, gifts, and value far beyond your role as Mom. So let's do a faithful reframing. Let's bring God into this because honestly, He's been in it all along. Letting go doesn't mean walking away or losing control. It means trusting that the same God who guided you through every sleepless night and every parent-teacher conference is now guiding your kids in their own journeys. It's saying, God, I trust you with them and I trust you with me. It's surrender, but not the hopeless kind. It's surrender with hope attached. When you release your child into the world, you're not closing a chapter. You're handing the pen back to God, letting Him continue their story in ways only He can. So we're holding both grief and we're holding joy. And here's what I've learned. You don't have to pick one emotion. You can grieve and still be grateful. You can cry 1 minute and laugh the next. And you can miss them so deeply and still love the freedom that's unfolding. The season isn't about moving on. It's about moving forward with grace, with faith, and with open hands. Letting go is messy, but it's sacred. And if you lean in, you might just find out somewhere in the quiet, you start to hear the sound of your own wings again. So, if this is where you are, the middle of your bird launching season, here's what I want you to remember today. You are still needed, you are still loved, and your purpose didn't end when they packed their boxes. You're still becoming, and that becoming matters. I'm going to close with this verse from Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. That's our reminder that even in the in-between, we can look ahead with hope. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If this episode spoke to your heart, I would love it if you would share it with another mom who might be standing in her child's doorway wondering what is next. And if you're ready, visit birdlaunching.com to grab your free guide, Reclaiming Your Peace Without Guilt. It's a short, faith-filled resource to help you find calm in the transition. We have a bunch of other resources over there too I would love for you to check out. You can also subscribe to our email list or follow Bird Launching on social media for daily encouragement and a few laughs along the way. Until next time, remember, letting go doesn't mean losing yourself. It means God's inviting you to discover who you've been becoming all along. You've got this, my friend, and you are not flying alone. Until next time.